Imagine this. You are walking through a forest alone. Not a trail, not a park, a real forest. The ground is uneven. Branches crack under your boots. Your breathing is the loudest sound you hear. And then something changes. The forest becomes quiet. Not empty, quiet. This is often the moment people later describe as instinct, the feeling of being watched. Sometimes, that instinct is right. All of a sudden, you see a wolf. Some people freeze, some panic, but why this fear feels so strong? Humans have feared wolves for thousands of years, not because of statistics, but because of stories. For early humans, wolves were competitors. They hunted the same animals. They lived in the same landscapes. Fear became cultural memory. Fairy tales turned wolves into villains. Modern media turned them into monsters. But fear does not always equal danger. Where wolves really live today, wolves are not creatures of distant wilderness. They live closer to us than most people realize. Across Europe, North America, and Asia, wolf populations are slowly recovering. In countries like Poland, Germany, Italy, Canada, and the United States, wolves now live near farmland, forests, and even towns. This does not mean wolves are becoming aggressive. It means humans and wolves are learning to share space again. The reality of wolf attacks. Let's talk about numbers. In modern history, fatal attacks by wild wolves are extremely rare. You are far more likely to be injured by a deer, a wild boar, or a domestic cow. In fact, there were only 30 wolves attacks noted in the last 100 years in the United States, which 2 were deadly. In comparison, there are approximately 10 moose attacks in the United States every year. Yet wolves trigger more fear than any of these animals. Why? Because wolves look at us, and being watched triggers something deep in the human brain. How a wolf sees you. Animal psychology. To a wolf, a human is not prey. You are upright. You move differently. You smell unfamiliar. Wolves rely on patterns. Humans do not fit any known pattern. When a wolf looks at you, it is not planning an attack. It is analyzing. Is this creature dangerous? Is it predictable? Is distance the safest option? Most of the time, the answer is distance. How human psychology makes things worse. Humans are not good at staying calm when afraid. Fear triggers tunnel vision, shallow breathing, and impulsive decisions. Running feels natural. But what feels natural is not always what is safe. Predators evolved to react to movement. Running activates instincts older than reason. Real story. Hiker in Canada. In 2010, a hiker in northern Canada noticed a wolf following him at a distance. The animal never charged. It simply watched. The hiker stopped, turned around, maintained eye contact. After several minutes, the wolf walked away. No aggression, no attack, just assessment and retreat. Why running is the worst response? Predators do not think in moral terms. They think in movement and opportunity. Turning your back removes information. It turns you into an unknown variable. Unknown variables create risk. Risk leads to testing behavior. This is how calm encounters escalate. What you should do: stop walking. Stand upright. Make yourself appear larger. Maintain eye contact without staring aggressively. Speak calmly. Your voice signals confidence. Slowly increase distance without turning your back. This communicates control, not fear. When wolves can become dangerous, danger arises when wolves lose fear of humans. This almost always happens because of feeding. Food changes behavior. A wolf that associates humans with food begins to approach. Approach leads to testing. Testing leads to conflict. This is why feeding wildlife is never harmless. The difference between fear and respect. Fear makes people react. Respect makes people observe. Respect keeps distance. Respect maintains balance. Wolves do not want confrontation. They want predictability. Seeing a wolf is not a threat. It is a reminder that wilderness still exists. Most people will never experience it. If you do, staying calm is not bravery. It is understanding. It is a rare privilege. Nature is not cruel. It is not kind. It is indifferent. Your behavior determines the outcome. Knowledge is the most powerful survival skill you can have. If you want to understand nature instead of fearing it, consider subscribing. Also, drop a like and leave a comment about your experience with wildlife.